Hello everybody, this is Leslie, and today we are back to work on Dash of Dave's design team project. I have been given the opportunity to be on his design team, and I am currently working with one of his brand new kits called Opulence, and also I will be working with other pieces from his kits and stuff like that, but I will let you know when it is something other than the Opulence kit, okay? So in the first video that I created, along with my chit chat at the beginning, I took 2 envelopes, and basically what I did was I sandwiched them together. And what I'm trying to do is I am trying to create like a journal type folder from them. So last evening I sat here and until my hand gave out, I tried to see what I can do. One thing I knew I needed to do was I needed to make this a little bit more sturdy. So when I come back, I will show you what I decided to do. So stay tuned and we'll be right back. Okay, so basically what I did was I ended up cutting open, so I used my craft knife, and hello Gabrielle. What I did was just up until where I'm going to actually put the spine, I took my knife and drew it across until there so I could open it up, okay? Because I needed to add something in here for stability. I did it on both sides, so I have it on both sides. Now, all I did was I found papers that I knew I would never use in a project. So I took 2 of them. I cut them down to the size that I needed. So what we're going to do is we're going to glue those in. So I'm going to glue one to the front. We're going to glue them together first off. We're going to glue these 2 pieces together. We're going to glue it to the front and then we're going to glue it to the back. Now, this is all going to be closed. I'm not keeping any of this open. I'm thinking if you wanted to, you might be able to see, like what I'm gonna do is before I seal up this end here, I'm going to be adding in my flips. So this is gonna go in here. So if you wanted to have a flip down, which I still am not sure whether or not I want to do yet, this would probably be the best time to put this in there. But my suggestion is whatever paper or whatever you want to do to this flip, meaning however you want to decorate it or design it, my suggestion is do that, of course, before you attach it, because it's just going to be so much easier to work when it's separate. So that's what I'm going to work on today. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to glue in these papers on the insides, and then we are going to lay down my paper that I want to put on the insides, and then we're going to try and get these decorated. And then I have a feeling that's probably going to be about an hour, so we may have to come back and do another flip, or I may do that off camera completely. Okay, but that's, I think, what we're going to do today. So let's get started. All right, so let's get these papers out. And I am going to use my art glitter glue. You can use any glue that you want. I would suggest not using glue stick. So I'm going to start off here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue these real quick together. So I'm going to get this out of the way so I don't get glue all over it. Then I will try and show you some of the stuff that I did kind of do a little bit last night. There are like little pieces of ephemera and stuff like that that I did create. So, but right now, all I'm trying to do is just get this laid down together. It doesn't make any difference the way that you do it. You just want to get these together and you want them to be even, needless to say. And because of my hands, I'm having issues with trying to get anything even. So I hope everybody is well. I hope you all enjoyed the first video. And if you haven't seen the first video, I will link it for you down below in the description, along with all of Dave's information so you can get his lovely kits. This is not part of his kit because, like I said, this is going to go on the inside. So what I'm going to do is we're going to glue because I really want this to adhere. Okay. This part is never easy, so this, I am probably going to have to do this off camera right now, so bear with me. Only because I need to make sure that this fits in here the right way. And usually the only way I could do that is by kind of finagling it. There we go. Let's press it down. So one thing I did notice last night is a lot of those pieces, see how they're with the glue stick, they came right back up. So I've been trying to glue these back down with my art glitter glue. Pretty much all going to be covered up anyway, but it's just in my way. So Dave is also doing a giveaway as he is nearing his 1,000 subscriber mark. So again, go over to his YouTube channel, show him some love, but don't just go there just to be a part of a giveaway. He is a creative gentleman who does phenomenal stuff. I am inspired every time I watch a video by him because his creativity is above and beyond sometimes my level of what I do. And that's how I learn. I love learning from, oh, I really didn't want to do that, Leslie. Okay, so that is now all in on the inside. As I said, I am not going to glue this part down because we still have to do the flips. So we're only going to put that one part down, which is going to be to the back. Okay, so we're going to do that with this one as well now. Okay. again, I'm going to do this off camera because I kind of have to pull it towards me here. Okay. And as you can see, I've done all the collage around the edges. I do see a piece there, but I'm just going to use, I think, this. We'll cover it up that way. So we have this open still, and we have this open still, okay? All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this off to the side. I am going to choose the papers that I'm going to put on the inside. So we'll be right back with that. Okay, so the papers that I decided upon were going to be these. So these are the ones that we're going to use. So I'm going to ink these up. All right, so I have my papers all set. I just have to check them for size. I'm gonna have to cut these down a bit. And I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to do them in this direction here. So let me get out my trimmer. Because I kind of like it going, I think, in this direction here. So let me get my pencil. Probably don't even need my pencil, because I don't want to cover up all the collage either. So I'm thinking maybe let's do, we'll do about there. So let's cut this down. This is my trusty old, I tend to pull this one out more than the bigger one, only because it's just more compact. But the only thing is I really need a new blade on it. I've never changed the blade in this. I've had this thing for years. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna distress the sides again with walnut stain. It's okay that it's straight edge. I'm not really worried about it. But what I want to do is I want to put that there. So let's do this one. Again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to figure out where we want it to be. Let me get my, how big is this? 8 inches by 7 1/4. So we want 8 inches across, and then we want 7 1/2, or I mean 7 1/4. So we're going to go to about there. So this is where we need our fold to be. And that's close enough. Ouch. Okay. Now, I sat yesterday and watched some videos on different things that I thought maybe I would like to do to add. And there's a couple of things that I saw that I really, really liked. So I'm hoping to incorporate them. Now, I don't think I need anything else underneath it. I think the collage is good enough. So we're just gonna take our art glitter glue. Oh, shoot, I need to ink my side. Said I wanted this piece down here. Okay, so let's figure out where we want this. Okay, let's do this one. All right, let's see if we can get this somewhat even. This looks like it's down a little bit more. It looks about right. Good enough. Okay, so what I'm doing here is right now I am configuring what I'm going to use for my flips up and down. Okay. So this one I had to kind of put a mark on it because I want them to be the same size. So, oops. So I'm going to get out my scoreboard here. guess we'll do from here. And if you don't have one of these, this one is called Crafty. It's a it's got the square point like down on the bottom, so it makes it so much easier to score things. I've had that for quite a while now, and I absolutely think it's a definite tool that every crafter who deals with paper kind of needs. So this one's a little bit longer now. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this off. This is kind of how I always try to check myself. I never end up being perfectly correct, but you know what? That's pretty close, so we're going with it. Okay, so I decided that on this one, I'm gonna do the one that goes down, okay? This one is gonna go, I was gonna do up, but I think I'm gonna keep them the same way, because otherwise then I have to cut open this bottom part, and I don't want to have too many cuts. So I think I'm just gonna go with that, and then I'm gonna have this one off to the side. Then this one is going to be again off to the side. Let's see, do I need to cut this at all? I think I'm okay. I might trim these just a little bit, so let me go and trim these. I'll be right back. Okay, so I did cut these down a little bit, so what I'm gonna do, let's try these out now. Let's see how I like these. And I'm going to take them, I think, down a little bit here. Okay, be right back. Okay, so what I did was I took it down a little bit on both this one. So I made that one a little bit smaller because I want to kind of fit that in between there. And then this flap I have kind of right in the middle. So once I glue those down, we'll have the flap that goes out this way. And then once that's out, we'll have the flap that goes out this way, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and try and choose what papers I wanna use to cover these. So stay tuned, we'll be right back. Okay, so what I've decided to do is I'm gonna use this page from Dave's latte kit. Okay, so I'm going to use, this is just the same one, I just have multiples of it, but I'm going to use this one for the outside flips. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one and this one for the ones that are on the inside. These are from his Stash of Dave Opulence extension pack. So as you can see, these are the two that I'm going to be using. Okay, so let me start tearing this all away so I can get rid of the white. And then what I'll do is I'll come back and I will show you when I have them all glued on to these pieces here. So I will be back again. So stay tuned. Okay, so this took me quite a long time to do. So needless to say, I'm glad I didn't do it on camera because you would have heard a lot of four-letter words come out of my mouth. But I got it completed, the inside at least. Okay, so what I did was, let's open this up. All right, so again, oh, see, and I'm finding little things that I forgot to ink up. Now I'm probably going to add lace onto some of these pieces. That I have to look at tonight when I'm actually looking at it myself. But I put it all together. So we have, this is Dave's papers. This is Dave's papers. This is Dave's papers. And this is Dave's papers. And this is Dave's papers. Okay. So now all of the other papers that are backing this are all just from my stash. I have a bunch of papers that I've never even used and they come from the paper studio. So that's what I use. I try to find something that I thought would go well with the style of grunge that I'm trying to emulate with this project. So we have this flip. So we have that one flip done. It is all sealed now all the way around. Then we have the other flip, which goes all the way up. Now, I'm not sure what I'm doing with these yet. This can actually be used for writing space, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I know a lot of embellishments are going to go in here, but so we have that flip, and then we go to the other side and it's the same exact thing. So we have the same papers. Okay, and then we have, this is from his latte kit. And again, it goes back up. And then we have his papers and it flips down. And then it flips like that. Okay, so like I said, I have a lot to try and figure out with this. Like I said, I know I have the fabric that is going to go on the spine in the middle. I am actually thinking about bringing the fabric all the way around. So I think I'm going to just literally put fabric all the way around the piece itself. So I think what I'm going to do is I will be putting a spine here, and I think I'm going to be putting a spine here, and then I think I'm just going to wrap the spines with the fabric. Then I think what I'll do is just on these edges here, I think I'm just going to paint them or washi tape them, but I think I'm probably going to paint them in like I have a metallic bronze, which is from Artist Loft. So I think I might use that. I think that's definitely better than my copper. So yeah, I'm definitely going to go with this because it has more green in it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So in the next video that I do, what I'm going to do is we will put together and I will do all of that with you. Let's just save it for the next video, okay? Like I said, that we will do the whole entire video, and then we'll see about what we want to do with, I know I've made some pockets and I made a folder last evening, so I kind of have an idea. I had to have it sit under many book. Aha, here it is. Okay, so I did this last night. I'll show you a couple things that I did do last night. So I took one of Dave's digitals and I took one of my bird portraits in color, and this is a big book with all portraits of birds that have been created. And what I did was I extended out the page with, I'm not completely done with it yet, with cardstock. And this was one of my Distress Inks papers that I had stained with the Distress Inks. So I still have to do this side yet, but this is going to be a folder that's going to, oops, sorry guys. It's going to go, I think, in here. So I'm going to probably make a pocket for it so that it can sit in. And I'm not sure what I'm going to put on the inside yet. That I still have to figure out. But that is definitely something I am going to put in. So it'll be in a pocket. Then this will flip down. This will flip down. And then what I have made also too are a bunch of these. I think I did a couple of them, but these are, I love not having much room on my desk. It's just a mess. Let me move this out of the way. Okay, so these are from old vintage book pages, and this paper is really thick. And what I did was I made pockets. So I have a pocket here, I have a pocket here, so I can put tags and or journaling cards in here. Okay, so I made a couple of those last night. And then I made these little bags out of parchment paper because I saw a video where somebody had done where you put it basically, we'll just kind of show you here. They face out and you're going to line them up on this, we'll just call it a spine. I don't know what else to call it. And then you pull it and then it makes like a waterfall. So I'm going to attempt to do that. So I made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. So those are 5 pockets. And like I said, it is just unbleached parchment paper. And then we could put little embellishments and stuff in there. And what I used for glue, which I have to add a little bit more to that, is art glitter glue because you never see it. And I have a video on my channel where I make glassine bags out of both, I think, wax paper and parchment paper, but I think I use parchment paper. And basically it's the same thing. So I will make sure that video actually has like 33,000 views. And I did it 4 or 5 years ago. So, you know, I just have to make sure they're glued down really well. But so far, that's kind of what I've done. I know, like I said, I want to put signatures inside of the spine. So I want to do like 5 signatures. And And I know somewhere on the other side, what I'm thinking of doing is on this side. I think what I plan on doing, possibly on here. I haven't quite decided yet, but what I want to do is I want to use little envelopes that I create myself, but I'm not sure yet. I just don't know if it's going to be big enough. I may have to do it here, because I kind of wanted to do where we have envelopes that kind of flip out. So you would have like place to put stuff here, and then you would have like one that goes up like this. You would have stuff here, and then you would have one that would flip open on an angle going that way. And again, you would have one that would go this way. And then again, on an angle, you would have one go this way, down, angle. So I think you kind of catch my drift, but I have to figure out how to do that. And then of course those will all be covered in Dave's papers. So that is what I've got done so far. So we're getting there. This, like I said, is going to take me a little while to do. And like I said, this is not a tutorial. It's just, I'm showing you kind of the process of what I'm doing as I go along. So I hope everybody is liking what I'm doing so far. And, you know, I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Also too, if you can, please give me a like if you've liked the content that I have showed you so far. And also too, don't forget to subscribe on your way out. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye.